Hello, everybody. Welcome into Could Have Been D1 episode 2. We got a jam packed episode for you guys today. We have two special callers calling into the show. We have the first ever Weatherhawk parlay as a part of that. We'll go over some NFL stuff, some other news, and we will also be responding to and answering some of your guys' questions on the Twitter. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Welcome, everybody, to episode 2 of Could Have Been D1. Today is Tuesday, September 9th, and we just had 5 days straight of football, and my is officially soft again, but it took a while. Some of us had a good week, and some of us didn't, so I'm just going to let kind of discuss what he thinks about the weekend.
Thank you. I just wanted to start with a couple of words. Longevity, diversifying your portfolio, passive income, women, multiple sources of income, generational wealth, women. If you didn't say all those words at least once this weekend, how can you even just sit there on your couch, watch grown men touch each other on television? That's right. I said that.
If your inner circle is not discussing how to make passive income and how to avoid the 9 to 5, then I'm sorry, but you're hanging around the wrong group of guys.
No, no.
And you need to change your mindsets.
The Carolina Panthers had to go out there and remind me that hope is liability. Fandom is a depreciating asset, and that my emotional portfolio is officially in the red. Because if Bryce Young can't throw for 200 yards, then damn it, I can at least throw my Roth RIA into an index fund. Yeah, those are the words I had to say about it.
That was actually pretty beautiful, man.
Well, what the Carolina Panthers put out there, it was terrible.
Yeah, football will take your soul and crush it, and then basically
It's a terrible feeling.
it's a terrible feeling. So yeah, tough weekend for you. I honestly had a great fucking time. It was awesome.
The pack looked good. I mean,
it looked really good, shockingly good. But I have a question for you, and let's just get right into it. Is Bryce Young ass?
I'm not going to call a spade here. No, he is not ass. The kid's still got what it takes. Just give him some time. He's got to get back to the roots. But honestly, the Panthers are going to just keep panthering.
I have some stats for you, and I just want your thoughts on them. Just
bring them out.
Don't know if you've seen them, but Bryce Young, this is a stat. This is from Thomas World with 2 R's on Twitter. Thank you, Thomas World. Bryce Young in week 1 games during his NFL career. 461 passing yards, 44.2 passer rating. Not great. I think the maximum was 158, so he's, not quite there.
He's close.
7 total turnovers and 3 total touchdowns.
Wow.
What do those numbers say to you?
Well, I think Bryce Young, wow, those are stunning stats.
Stunning.
I remember year 1, Jesse Bates picked him off twice. Year 2, the Saints looked like Super Bowl favorites after 2 weeks after smacking the Panthers and the Cowboys. And then there was this year when I finally had hope and it was just ripped from my arms.
He made the Jaguars look like an elite team.
Yeah, and
I think that's a problem.
No, it's a terrible, terrible problem. I don't know. Yeah, we might be looking towards Andy Dalton in about three to 4 weeks.
I think what Bryce Young needs is he does just kind of need to be the guy that comes off the bench and gives the spark. I don't know if he's ready to be his own man yet, unfortunately. Is Andy still there too?
He is. Okay. But speaking about that, I've actually been texting my good friend and listener of this podcast, actually, Rod Wave, to get him fired up to give Bryce another one of those phone calls once he gets benched by about week 4, week 5, to fire him up for the back half of the season because that's when things are gonna matter.
Rod Wave, friend of the pod. Is Bryce Young a big Rod Wave guy?
He is.
I see.
I don't know if you guys have heard, but last year Rod Wave gave him a call. It changed Bryce's career trajectory. After that call, he was PFF ranked 16th quarterback in the league, which is better than the ass he's been every other game.
Rod Wave's build is fucking insane, by the way. His build is insane.
Reminds me of prime Mike Tolbert.
Dude, honestly, did Jonathan Brooks get injured, by the way? Because if he did, I think Rod Wave needs to play D tackle for the Carolina Panthers.
That would be pretty great.
I mean, you're not getting by that guy. He's humongous.
He is a bowling ball, man. What a freak of nature.
Yeah, so Panthers, really sorry about that. That was a horrible game. The weather didn't help, but it also didn't really matter because he was terrible before that.
Yeah,
Hunter Renfro let me down. The good news is, and I'm a known Tet hater, but Tet looked good.
he did. He looked like a wide receiver one.
Him and J.C. Horn were the only bright spots of the entire team.
Yeah, the rest of those guys should probably be kicked out of the franchise forever.
We're gonna get back to Jags Panthers talking a little bit because I have a name to address and he needs to die. But we're gonna start with Friday's game, Chiefs Chargers. Now I have Mahomes MVP slip, and I thought he looked pretty good.
He
What
did.
what what did you think of the game?
I thought he looked good. He had a couple deep balls that didn't look great. His supporting cast takes another hit with
He doesn't have a
Coulda.
current receiver that belongs on an NFL roster, but
No,
you know,
he's got the plumbers from Michael Jordan's era
did
in
kind
his
of make it
receiving
work.
room.
Oh, did you see Travis Kelce get bitched, by the way?
Yeah, he got punched in the face.
This is a question I have that makes me think of Travis Kelce.
Hmm.
So if Travis Kelce was still Killer Trav, do you think he would have went home with a Brazilian BBL model?
I think there's no doubt. I think he's leaving there with at least a couple.
I think any normal man how many players from this weekend left the team hotel on Thursday night?
I'd say a good 95, 98% of the
Had to
team.
be a good handful of guys that definitely left the hotel to go get some Brazilian.
I think Andy Reid went and got himself a triple
He might
cheeseburger.
have.
Put that on him on
All
the.
right, another debate, different debate. They're saying Justin Herbert is top five and better than Joe Burrow.
They
I
are
would like
saying
to
that.
address those claims, and those would be utterly false claims.
Wow.
And the
And why is
reason they're
that?
false is because, number one, we'll get into the Bengals Browns in a bit, but the number one main reason is that Justin Herbert is responsible for two of the worst playoff performances in the last 30 years. I'm going to go random number,
Yeah.
but he blew a 27-point lead in his first game and threw four picks in his second game. It really doesn't get worse than that.
Can we
So
attribute those games to coaching, teammates, Quentin Johnson, any of those things?
Quentin Johnston is the best Brazilian football player of all time.
He really is. Pele, step aside.
I saw a stat that Quentin Johnston is now like a top 15 touchdown scorer since last year. So maybe he can only play in a different country. If so, Chargers need to move to Europe or something.
Yeah. Dude, there's some little 10-year-old kid in Brazil right now who's telling his parents, like, when I grow up, I want to be Quentin Josh.
Yeah. Little does that little fucker know that that guy's absolute dog shit. With that said, I do have the number one waiver in my fantasy league that no one gives a fuck about, and it is going to Quentin Johnston. So
Wow.
hopefully he keeps balling, but I'm not expecting too much out of him. Anyways, it was a good game Friday. I thought Mahomes was balling. I actually like where my MVP slots are at. I think the Chiefs got the Eagles this week. We're gonna get into that later as well. But honestly, I think both teams are solid. I think both teams are probably gonna make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They both look good. It's gonna be a battle for the division. I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs take the next matchup between them.
This is what I needed to talk about. Justin Herbert got the Madison Beer boost.
He did.
You needed it. If you want to start playing good data batty, you're gonna start slinging the fucking rock.
It is proven.
And he also looked faster than usual. It's probably because and left him with only his. She took a lot out of him. Let's just say, and he
Yeah.
was running a lot quicker.
He looked like prime Derrick Henry out there towards the end. That slide was money
He was
too.
moving. Yeah, he was moving good. Slid well. Maybe he'll be top five, but I'm gonna need to see more playoff games. Now, game number two on our screen, we got Dolphins Colts, and I think it's your time to take a victory lap.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I had a feeling Vanilla Vic was gonna go out there, get the boys fired up. They put up points. I mean, I don't know if this is more about the Colts being good or about the Dolphins just being terrible. And Mike McDaniels again will be the first coach fired this year.
The Dolphins are in really bad shape.
Yeah.
Tua, that guy, it's over. It's just over, man. It's time to retire.
Yeah.
Your brain doesn't quite work the way a normal human quarterback brain should. And I'm really sorry about that, but you're fucking cooked.
Yeah, dude. It's
Yeah, but you had a double victory lap. Not only did you say Mike McDaniel's getting fired, which I think he is, and the Dolphins would be ass, you also said Vanilla Bick was gonna ball, and that's exactly what he did.
it takes me back to the reason I started this podcast is I know ball, plain
Yep.
and simple. So it's like that's what I'm gonna keep doing. We're gonna get those picks towards the end of this podcast, and I'm gonna tell you guys how to make some real money.
When you can almost go D1 as you could have,
Yeah.
Actually, you could have gone pro, but again,
Yeah.
humble,
Please,
humble,
please.
5'7" white guy. One of the only really doing it, and you know a lot of ball. So shout out to the Colts. AFC South
Yeah.
looks really bad per usual. I think
I'll,
your take. I think looking back, we're gonna look back at episode 1, and your takes are gonna be flaming hot.
no, I think they will, dude. Yeah.
Next game we have Steelers Jets, and this is the game I was watching mostly on noon.
It was
And
cinema.
Aaron Rodgers, you are still my superhero. I love you.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that was back and forth. Two really good offenses,
Yeah.
which you could have never told me before the game. I mean, I didn't think either team could score 17.
My question to you is: Do you think the Jets just set their season high total?
I'd want to say I want to say yes. Yeah, I mean they're not going to get consistent offense every single week, but the way that they were looking at game against maybe the best defense in ball. Actually, you know what? I think the Jets might get back up there. Justin Fields might have this team pumping.
I've always thought Fields was pretty decent. I feel like and the way he was throwing it too was like shockingly good.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Jets.
if you don't ask him to hit a wide receiver too, if he's got one guy he can stare down, he can throw it with the best of them.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's literally throwing to NPC created players. So it's like he's got Garrett Wilson and do you know their wide receiver too?
Uh, if anyone can tweet the Jets wide receiver two on our page
Without looking it up.
without looking it up, they will receive a special prize from the host.
By episode 10, you will be receiving the very first piece of merchandise.
Yep.
We're getting there. We have to make we have thoughts in progress.
Yeah.
So just know that the shirts are coming. Jags Panthers.
Yeah, I'll be quick about this. I know you guys are probably sick of hearing about the keep pounding nation, but
Keep pounding.
Bryce was ass, defense was ass, coaching was ass. Jaguars, they're playing weird. They clearly want to give Travis Hunter the ball. He was getting every screen possible, which is kind of weird for your number two pick. Travis Etienne secured the locker room. Tanks Bigsy's out of there. Everyone knew that brother was not touching the field for real. Brother's ass.
He Tank Bigsby. Now they traded him. He's first team all name though.
Yeah,
Great name.
I mean, having the name Tank as a running back and then Bigsby, it doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah.
If you put Tank Bigsby's name on prime Marshawn Lynch, you have the greatest player of all time.
Also Travis Etienne. Unfortunately, you are. I had you in
Oh,
fantasy last year, and you were the worst player of all time. I have some stats though, and this was also a question. Thank you to Saddam. Dropped the first question on the
oh
Twitter.
yeah.
Uh, Shout out to sad underscore not Saddam with two D's. He said, "Hi guys, first time, long time. Do you subscribe to the haters that think Trevor Lawrence is a fraud? It seems he gets a pass every year when other QBs don't. Thanks. I'll hang up and listen." Saddam, that's actually a really good question, and I think that he is the most overrated quarterback in the league.
Yeah. I mean, short answer, I gotta just agree. Yes. Just plain out yes.
Not only does his face and hair piss me off, but also he can't fucking throw to an open guy. I have some stats here. Now this is because I have Brian Thomas in fantasy, but this is the stat. It says Brian Thomas was the only player in week 1 to have a catchable target rate below 55%. He was at 43%. Trevor Lawrence can't fucking throw.
No.
We talked about this last week. There's a lot of really bad quarterbacks drafted first overall in the last like 5 years. An egregious amount.
There's a couple,
There is. I don't want to name any names.
Yeah.
One of them might play for blue and black. One of them might play for blue and orange. And the other is Trevor Lawrence, who fucking sucks.
Kyler as well.
So, Saddam, thank you for the first question on the Twitter account.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Today, I dropped the tweet. I said, if you guys have any questions for the show, please comment. We had 0 replies, so thank you guys. We really appreciate the engagement.
We do, man. We do.
Yeah, no big deal. All good. All right, what do we got? Game 5, Cardinals Saints. Gives a fuck.
Yeah.
My answer to that.
Yeah,
Should we just skip this one?
I would say my favorite part about that game was that the Saints have cool jerseys. Nothing else really mattered.
Cool.
Really cool.
That might be your hottest take of the season. Those were dog shit.
You hated them.
Terrible.
Wow, bro. The
No.
gold and black was if they were winning games, those would be the hottest jerseys on the
That
block.
actually might be a good take. If they were actually good, those
Yeah.
maybe would sell.
But anyways, we don't need to talk.
Terrible. We're gonna skip past this. Kyler Murray's short in his outfit pregame was absolutely absurd. That's our Cardinals Saints talk. Don't give a fuck about the game. Shout out to Cardinals though. They did cover the leg in the Weatherhawk parlay that did not hit. Shocking. Game number whatever. Giants Commanders. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Russell Wilson is fucking awful.
Yep. Yep.
Russell Wilson needs to retire.
I don't think he realizes you can throw the ball downfield. You can hit your number one receiver. That's like what you're supposed to do, playing the quarterback position.
You have Malik Neighbors, dude. Just throw him the ball.
It's not rocket science.
Not rocket science.
Yeah, I think Jackson Dart is going to be starting on this team by whatever their bye week is.
Go ahead.
We'll
just shoot a number.
We'll shoot by week 7. We got prime Jackson Dart on the field, and he's gonna look good.
I heard they're going back to Russ this week. Like whatever, fine. The guy's terrible, but I get it. You don't want to pull the Jackson Dart card yet.
Yeah.
I think it's time to get Jameis Winston in there. Not only could you win games, but he's going to make everybody on the team happy because they will be getting the ball.
And that's what matters.
That's what matters.
It's not winning. It's not money.
No.
It's having fun.
It's about growing your portfolio, and that's what Jameis Winston's going to do. Is he's going to grow your portfolio of your players.
When they say multiple sources of income, they're referring to the Giants locker room. Multiple guys who can bring that money in.
Correct. Jameis Winston is a moneymaker for other players. My other take from this game is that Jayden Daniels is still top 5.
Yeah, his processing speed is unmatched.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
He's just too good at football.
Commanders are coming to Green Bay this week, Thursday night. I'm a little worried.
Yeah.
But we'll get into the preview later. Buccaneers, Falcons. All I have to say, 2 words, Emeka Buka.
Yep. That kid is a dog.
He's a dog.
Dog.
Unbelievable dog.
Oh.
And Michael Penis had actually a decent game as well.
He did.
And yeah, actually good game.
Emeka, fun story for you. Went into the huddle, said he really wanted to run a post route and he'd game it. And he actually did that. First NFL game ever. He's calling his own plays and he's making the plays.
Yeah. Absurd. Calling your own shot, scoring a touchdown as a rookie, your second touchdown to win the game. That guy's balls got to weigh 50,000 pounds.
Just hanging on the table.
Whoever got you're a lucky woman.
Yeah,
or guy. I don't know.
What an honor.
Either or. I'd do it. All right, next game, Browns-Bengals. This game sucked. And back to the Burrow debate. Listen, game 1, the Bengals might be the worst week 1 team in NFL history. And yet they skated away with a win. So
yeah. Browns kicker, you got to hit that for Flacco.
Jesus.
Hit it for Flacco, man.
Yeah.
If not for yourself, for him.
Your career's over. You have way too many consonants in your last name. We're going to keep moving. Raiders, Patriots. There's really not much to say. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, just about. Brock Bowers looked all right.
He did. Shout out to Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
And then he got hurt, so it's like.
Kayshon Boutte on the Patriots.
Shout out Booty.
Claiming that number 1 wide receiver spot. Pick him up in fantasy. He's the guy. My bold take is this guy Boutte is going to break 1,000 yards for the Patriots.
Wow, I like that take a lot.
I really think.
Yeah. Shout out to Booty. LSU. Are they wide receiver you? I don't know. It's between them and OSU. That was a bar and a half.
Bars.
Next game, we got 49ers, Seahawks. To be honest, the Packers were playing at this time. Didn't catch a lot of this game.
Yeah.
Fair to say. Yeah. Didn't catch a lot. I heard George Kittle tore his hamstring or some shit. It's probably not torn, allegedly. You can just say allegedly, and all of a sudden you're good. You can make up anything. The more he plays, the more I actually appreciate Brock Purdy.
Yeah. I feel the same way about him. I used to hate him.
I used to hate him too, but that was because he was in MVP talks he had no business being involved with. So CMC's back.
He looked all right.
He's on Achilles watch for me. He's kind of in that Saquon Barkley area, unfortunately.
Like you don't want it to happen, but it feels like any given day.
Yeah, any given day, your career is going to end. Straight to McCaffrey, and I'm sorry about that. We were right. This was my lock of the week. I said 49ers -1.5. They barely fucking hit, but they did hit. And some random white tight end scored a touchdown, and he mossed the Seahawks corner. So good for him. Broncos, Titans. Now I think this is one of the biggest take games of the week. I'm going to let you take this one over. I heard you had one for this.
Yeah, one of these quarterbacks is the number 1 pick in the draft, throwing to a bunch of bums.
Yes.
And the other quarterback is pretty much washed in his second year. Bo Nix, I was not big on him pre-draft. He had a good year as a rookie. Now everyone's got tape on him, and everyone sees, this guy's not really that good at football. Bo Nix is not – I don't really know how to define this take, but he's just not it. He's not going to be around that long.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I've never really been a Bo Lever. I was hating on him pre-draft. And when you say he's washed up in year two, it kind of makes sense because the guy's like 28 years old,
Yeah.
allegedly. Again, we're misinforming you. Go look it up for yourself. You have Google. You'll be
Yeah.
all right. But yeah, I actually thought Cam Ward looked really good. And unfortunately, his receivers are really bad.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That's about it for that offense. It's what happens. You don't just fall into number one pick. It's for a reason. They're all those are asset football.
Given the fact that he had to go on the road to Denver in his game one, and they had a chance at winning this game, and they very well could have if his receivers weren't dog shit. I think Cam Ward's gonna have a really good career.
Yeah, he'll be fine, man. He will be fine.
That's my one game overreaction is that he'll have a good career. Now, question about Cam Ward, and again, we love everybody, but would you let him date your daughter?
You know, he's a good football player. I'll be damned if he steps foot in my household. We're saying no. Susie, if you're listening today, absolutely not.
Shout out Susie. We got another commenter. Oh shit, we're missing comments. Whatever. Actually, no, we're probably not. Packers Lions next game. This was dominance. I was shocked. Jordan Love looked good. The defense, I mean,
They look stout.
that was the I think the best Packers defense I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
In my entire life.
Wow.
I've been on this planet for 42 straight years. And Jeff Halfley, he might be getting some head coach offers next season, but I will give you your life if you stay. That's my offer to you.
Do you hear that?
So,
Put it on a poster, Jeff.
Jeff, if you want. So, anyways, that was a really good game. I have very high expectations for the team. I was going into the game thinking we were going to lose. Again, that was one of my pussiest takes of the year. And now I'm thinking we're going to win the Super Bowl.
I'm seeing that the Packers are second to win the NFC, only behind the Eagles. Do you think that's exactly where they should be?
I think that's exactly where they should be. And I think in late January, that is the game that we are going to get.
Wow.
I just hope it's in Green Bay and not Philly. So
That would be huge.
we'll see. I want to bring up a comment that we had. Thank you to Pedro de Sac on a Twitter is at official Julian D. Uh, so Pedro said, in terms of this was about who you let date your daughter. He said Lawrence got the facial features of a sick fuck. He should be in the notes here. I think I kind of agree with him.
Wow.
Are you gonna reevaluate your take on whether or not Trevor Lawrence is allowed to date your daughter?
No, I think I'm sticking with my take. He didn't play bad enough on the field the other day that made me think, absolutely no. We're gonna keep him. You can ask me about some other guys, though.
The good, I have a, I'm gonna go along with this. The good thing about Trevor Lawrence is that he's ass and he'll be out of the league soon, so that he'll definitely have a lot more time for your daughter because he won't be traveling. Because again, the guy's fucking terrible.
That you
Um,
bring up a valid point there.
yeah,
I can't
so
argue with
he'll
that.
actually be a family man pretty soon. So you kind of gotta respect that out of him there. So
Burns in his future.
actually, yeah, let's go through some of these other ones. We got Daniel Jones at the top. I mean, that stays.
Yeah.
Kirk stays.
I mean, honestly, if I could think of one man I'd for sure want to date my daughter, it would be Daniel fucking
Daniel
Jones.
fucking Jones.
Oh my gosh, man.
He would, yeah, I think he would. She'd be a great husband.
Dude, he'd be stunning. I'd be kind of jealous of my daughter, honestly.
And then, is are we gonna keep Justin Fields at the yes, comma, but door open?
Yep. That door's you can turn on some music now after that game,
Okay,
Justin. You put up 30 plus points. I never thought that'd happen. You can turn on some music. Keep the door open though.
hearing that? Okay,
Yeah.
hey, Justin, you hear that? There's a daughter in your future, Susie. Justin Fields, look him up. All right, next game we have Texans Rams. Again, didn't watch any of it. I need to box score. I need to look at the box score and make all my debates off that.
Yeah.
So my debate will be that I think CJ Stroud was actually good in that their offense is dog shit,
Yeah.
and the Rams defense is probably good.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. Rams defense stunning. They got some studs.
And Matthew Stafford's first game from the grave, pretty good, pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Puka, dog.
yeah. He went out for concussion twice, still played.
Puka might be
The football player.
the biggest dog in the league, actually.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
up
he's
there.
incredible. And now the game of the week
Wow.
might have been a top five regular season game of all time.
Yeah.
Ravens, Bills, Sunday night. Wow.
Yeah.
How do
Wow.
you lose that game?
I mean that's one of those that'll haunt you.
Haunt you.
Luckily it's week one, but My goodness. I mean, the game couldn't have felt more over in terms of momentum.
Correct.
It's 15 points. Derrick Henry had just scored a touchdown. It wasn't much time left. But then, I mean, then the MVP does what the MVP
And
does.
he earned the MVP. Shout out to Josh Allen. Continues to be not only one of the best quarterbacks in the league, if not the best, but also the best fantasy player of all time. Shout out to Josh
Yep.
Allen. If you have him in fantasy, he probably won you last week, and you were going into the game thinking it was over. So
I was at 12%, and Josh Allen, my white knight, he saved me right
White
there.
Knight. And Lamar too. I think Lamar was fantastic in the game as well. His team kind of let him down, and neither defense. The problem with what I saw in this game is that obviously it's week one. It's they can improve on it, but I'd say that was very concerning for both defenses to look that bad.
Yeah, it's not what you want to see when you're putting that much money into the defense there.
If you're gonna go against Mahomes in the playoffs and lose again, I'm not gonna say you are. Except I'm gonna say you are. I'm gonna say you're gonna play Mahomes again in the playoffs this year, and both these teams are gonna lose.
Yeah,
So
I would say that.
unfortunately, tighten up on defense. And now the last game and the funniest game of the entire night, Bears Vikings. We're gonna call in the GOAT, JJ McCarthy worshipper, and we're gonna have him talk about the game.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know, for quality and insurance purposes, you are being recorded, but we wanted to welcome on JJ McCarthy worshiper onto the podcast here today. JJ, how are you?
It's an honor to be here.
You know, I think the whole world was watching the JJ McCarthy debut last night. I mean, just walk me through what you were feeling from the beginning when he's throwing the pick six to the end where he's pumping up the city he was raised in and winning his first game with the Vikings.
I mean, expectations, I'm not going to lie, they were low. I was expecting a really ugly game. I don't think that we gave him a lot of chances in the first half.
Yeah.
I think we were playing a little scared, which, I mean, it's a tough environment. First game on the road, prime time. I think the turning point was the 28-yard completion of Jalen Nailor right before halftime. Will Reichard bangs in a record-breaking kick. Just a big confidence boost there. Obviously, the third quarter didn't start well, but, once we just started opening up the offense in the second half, and then I think, once you got that, 20-yard completion to Jefferson, JD started realizing that, he's built for this.
Well, let's go off from the topic of football a little bit. I'm just gonna start counting up from one, and you're gonna guess the number that you would put JJ McCarthy at here. Ready?
Currently,
3, 4, 7. Oh wow, he's big, huh? 8, 9, 12, 15.
15. I'm
Wow.
not going to be ridiculous here. He's played one game.
Wow, all right.
Are we talking about QB player? Or are we talking about inches?
It's a good question.
JJ McCarthy worshiper, the weatherman here. Just want to ask you, would you JJ McCarthy if it meant the Vikings were to win the Super Bowl?
Given that some people do know my true identity, I'm going to have to say no. I want him to earn it the hard way.
So back to go into the third quarter here when apparently, according to Aaron Jones, JJ went into the huddle, told his guys while down, "Is there any place you'd rather be than right here?" How does it feel to know that your basically rookie quarterback is going to the huddle that poised, that ready to play some football?
You preach it all the time. There's nothing else to say to that besides that's football. That's all you want out of your guy at the helm. I mean, that just gets you fired up as a fan.
It really does, man. I mean,
To just want to be in, I mean, things were going horribly at that point.
yeah.
And dude was just blessed to be out there. I think that's just a lot of, he's just grateful. He went through a brutal injury last year. Things could always be worse. He's healthy. He's out there with his guys. I mean, it's what you want to see.
It is indeed, dude.
JJ, quick question. Do you think you have the better quarterback between you and the Bears?
Yeah, 100%.
100%. I'm going to have to say, based on one game, I already agree.
Yeah.
I mean, Caleb Williams gets Ben Johnson. He has all these weapons, new O-line, and he looked worse than last year. Playing at home, just couldn't get it done. J.J. McCarthy, first ever game, just everything stacked against him. Didn't have his left tackle. New receivers, Addison suspended, and just find a way to get it done. Caleb Williams found a way to not get it done. Probably the earrings he was wearing, he wasn't there to play football.
JJ, while we have you here, you have the Falcons next week. Just give us a quick score prediction for that game.
Yeah, I'll be at that game. I think we're going to handle them pretty easily. I heard Drake London might not play. I'm going to say 31-10 Vikings. I think
Stop him.
Michael Penix is going to throw multiple interceptions. He's going to be seeing ghosts in there in US Bank Stadium. Easy win on to week 3, Cincinnati. We move.
Well, JJ, I like the confidence in your guy. You clearly drafted the right player at that position. We just want to thank you again for hopping on. Could have been D1 today. Thank you for your time. We'll hopefully have you on here down later in the season.
Thank you, JJ.
Yeah. Thanks, boys.
That was JJ McCarthy worshiper on Instagram. Shout out to JJ.
Yeah.
You heard his thoughts. Now our thoughts are, and I don't know about yours, but mine are, is that Caleb Williams is still dog shit.
Yeah, he doesn't move the needle for me right now. He's got to slow the game down a little bit. He had multiple opportunities to win that football game.
That guy loves to dance in the pocket, and he doesn't love to make the right play. And you just can't have that as a quarterback. So,
No.
Bright future? No, it's not. It's getting fucking pretty dim. I work with a lot of Bears fans too, being that we don't want to dox ourselves, but we live in a city where you might find a lot of Bears fans. Let's just say that.
Possible.
And yeah, they are not happy. They are not happy. I am waiting to see when Bears fans, and now it might not happen. You know, he could turn it around, but it would be really funny to see them all turn on him. That would be so funny.
Dude, I've seen a lot of tweets about them wanting to start Tyler Badgett. It's kind
I
of
have seen some Badgett tweets, which is insane.
ridiculous. I don't hate Caleb that much. I would, well, I don't hate him in general. I would just say he's better than Badgett every day of the week.
I also have some developing news. This is from Angel Reese's Twitter account. She happens to tweet that now is a picture of Caleb Williams' nails, and it says, "Love this. My nail tech really wanted to do his nails, and she killed it." Caleb Williams is now sharing a nail tech, whatever that means, nail painter with Angel Reese. If that was your quarterback,
Well, my quarterback can't complete a check down, so I don't really know where I'm at on this question.
painting your nails, listen, nothing wrong with it. Sharing one with Angel Reese, maybe not the best, sentiment. Also, we have a question on the Angel Reese topic from Pedro de Sac again. Thank you, Pedro, for being so active on the Twitter. Pedro de Sac said, "I need Angel Reese investigated thoroughly and immediately." And this is addressing Caitlin Clark shutting herself down for the season. I'm hearing allegedly that Angel Reese actually set up Caitlin Clark's groin to get basically evaporated.
I've allegedly heard the same things. We got some people on the inside, people around the league. They're around basketballs. They're saying the same exact thing.
I have a couple sources that say Angel Reese took a bat to Caitlin Clark's groin and just started swinging.
It's took her a couple tries, but yes, it does sound like
It,
that's
she,
what she did.
she dropped the bat, picked it up a couple times, missed a couple times, but she eventually hit the target one of those times, and now Caitlin Clark's season's over. As a big WNBA fan, obviously, because I support women and love women and support women, and women are good. And it sucks to see their season end like this.
It does. I think the whole world loses when Caitlin Clark isn't on the court.
What's up, everybody? Quick transition. It was an awkward spot to end, so we're going to transition into the first ever live LeWeather Hawk parlay with Hawk on the phone. So hopefully you enjoy. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first ever LeWeather Hawk play live. I have Hawk with me on the phone from Vegas. Hawk, you are live to tape to Could Have Been D1 podcast. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll just let you take the floor here, Hawk.
Thank you for having me, Weatherman. Like you said, I'm in Vegas right now. I just got off the slot machines. Didn't go too well. I think I might be going to hit up blackjack next, but I was stopped by one of the big sports books, and they said that they had too much handle on the Weather Hawk play last week, and they had to call in the big guns and take out Jamar Chase.
Too many people tailed us, and they just couldn't let it go through.
They did, yeah. They said the handle was in the high 4 digits, which was too big of exposure for them to take on in week 1. But I have it on full authority that they won't be targeting any of our players this week. So that means we gotta we got to load up our bet slips and take them for all we can.
I think this week might be the one. It sounds to me like, based on your sources out in Vegas, that I would almost go as far to say this week is a lock.
I would as well. I don't want to be insensitive, but the Weatherhawk parlay was 0-19. It's a new day. It's a new day.
Whole new era for the Weatherhawk parlay.
This shit isn't for real. That's all I can say.
All right, so Hawk, what have the Sharks in Vegas been telling you this week? What are we hearing?
Because I think for sure we got to go back to Jamar Chase. They took him out illegally to take down the Weatherhawk, but they're not going to do that in week 2. Joe Burrow's ass in week 1. We know that. But Jamar Chase wasn't drafted first overall by a bunch of idiots in fantasy for no reason. He's getting in the end zone this week.
Okay, I love it. I love it.
Next up is Jahmyr Gibbs. He went up against the most elite defense in history last week. It wasn't his fault that the Packers are generational and going to win the Super Bowl. By the way, not a Weatherhawk play, but I do have the Packers 25-1 before we got Micah Parsons. That's why they call me the Value Hawk.
Good slip. That's a great slip.
But anyway, Jahmyr Gibbs is getting in the end zone this week as well.
Going back to it. We're going back to both.
The Lions are due for a bounce back week. We're going to add the Lions money line in there as well, just to sweeten the odds a little bit.
Hawk, what have you been hearing? I like the play going back to the Lions. What have you been hearing in Vegas about the the tenuous revenge game between Ben Johnson and the Lions and the players? What is Vegas seeing a lot of this week?
Vegas expects there to be pretty much no punting. It could be 4th and 10 from the home 20, and I think Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson are just going to go for it. I'm not sure that's a great idea for Ben Johnson, seeing as how Caleb Williams dog shit. However, I don't expect there to be a lot of punting. I'd also expect a lot of trick plays. Thought about putting Jameson Williams in there. However, not entirely sure he knows how to read a playbook, so felt like it was too much of a volatile pick. But I would expect just a bunch of fuckery all around.
Exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Hawk, what that feels like there's not enough on the table yet. What else have you been hearing out there?
The last pick we have, and really one of my most confident plays is Christian McCaffrey to find the end zone this week. George Kittle is out. 49ers offense looked pretty abysmal last week. People forget 2 years ago he had like 37 games in a row with a touchdown. He didn't score last week. He's getting in there this week.
I think he's due. Also, I heard something that CMC may have allegedly taken out George Kittle because he is kind of a diva and he's been demanding the ball so much that he got his own teammate injured. I was just wondering if you had heard anything about that.
I have heard some rumbling from a very trusted inside source. His name is Adam, and he said CMC has been going around spiking Kittle's juice with acid, and he's trying to get him to play poorly, and he was so upset that when he found the end zone last week that he just had to take out his hand.
Bad teammate. CMC, bad teammate.
Bad teammate confirmed, but he will be finding the end zone.
Awesome. Okay. Is that all that's on the card this week? What are we thinking, Hawk? What else are you hearing?
And we got one last play for the Weatherhawk. We're going back to Old Faithful, and that is Jordan Love over 6.5 rushing yards. If he wasn't as graceful as a newborn gazelle last week, he would have hit it. If you go back over the 40-odd games that Jordan Love's played, he's hit this line maybe 3 times. It's so ungodly due, and I can't stop betting it.
Odds are telling me
over.
If it has a 50% chance of hitting and it's only hit 3 of 40 times, that it's pretty fucking due.
Exactly. And as someone who prides himself on being a very good 50-50 picker, this is the week. This is the week.
This is the week. This is the post Arrow week. First of its kind, and I'm very excited this week. Hawk. So with those five plays in mind, have you been able to get a number for us?
I have not, but I would put it in the ballpark of plus 1,500.
Plus 1500. You hear it? We'll get the official odds tomorrow. Sports books we're so ahead of this play that the sports books don't even have it posted yet. So we're fucking fired up this week. I think this is really going to be the week that we make some money and we get rich.
Weatherman, make sure to get your bets in fast because once we post a play, the line will move in response.
Correct. We are the sharpest sharks on the book. So make sure you tell. Hawk, thank you so much for joining us today from Vegas. I know that you have to get back to and talk to all the beautiful women out there. So just thank you for taking some time today to join us.
Of course, my pleasure.
Thank you, Hawk. All right, we're gonna get into a preview for next week's games. I'd like to summarize last week's games. Nerm, you went 8-7.
I did. If you guys like making money, you got to tell me. That's where it's at.
Profitable week. I went, unshocking 5-10. I'm not a very good gambler, but I actually did have a big week outside of that. Obviously, I'm not going to bet on every game. I'm not an insane man. And also, whoops, we just talked about it, but the Weatherhawk parlay fortunately went 3-2, but we're going to keep it moving.
Yeah.
Now, first game this week, we got Packers versus Commanders. Packers are -3.5, and I think we're going to cover.
Wow.
Yeah.
What makes you think they're gonna do this?
I'm just pretty confident in how our defense looked last week. Now Jane Daniels is a dog. The actual play I really like in this game is the over because I think there's going to be a lot of points scored.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just confident in the Packers' ability to stop the run. Now stopping Jane Daniels is a whole different ball game. But I like us to cover -3.5 at home.
Wow. I'm gonna go Commanders plus 3.5. I think honestly the Commanders money line is not a bad play this week. I think Jaden Daniels gonna go out there dogging. The Packers defense is good, but
You're a horrible man for
he's
saying that.
inevitable. He is inevitable.
Horrible man.
Plus 3.5.
I don't like it. All right, next game we got Titans Rams. Rams are -5.5. Titans, this will be Cam Ward's first game at home. I think they're actually going to cover +5.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the opposite here. I think the Rams defense is gonna wear the rookie quarterback down. I think they get blown out by 14.
I just think this is going to be a super low scoring game because I think both offenses. Now the Rams offense is probably pretty good, but I think Matthew Stafford's back is still questionable, and whether or not that's even him playing. So I'm gonna go Titans +5.5. Hey, this is good though. Last week we basically agreed on everything. So
Yeah.
and everyone that we didn't, I was wrong. Shockingly enough.
I know ball, brother.
You know ball. So next game we got Bengals Jags. Bengals are -3.5, and I think that the Panthers made the Jags look way better than they are, and I'm gonna take the Bengals -3.5.
I'm agreeing with you for all the same reasons. The Jaguars are a terrible franchise. We're going Bengals.
I think Trevor Lawrence is gonna continue to be, which I will unfortunately have to blur. Um, Next game we got Ravens -12.5 versus
Wow.
or no -11.5 versus the Cleveland Browns. And for a divisional game, I think that's kind of a lot of points.
It's ridiculous for a divisional game. I'm going Flacco mania here.
I'm gonna agree with the Flacco mania. I
Yeah.
think the Browns are actually kind of decent with Flacco.
Yeah.
I think they'll cover this. I'm not gonna say they're gonna win, but yeah, I think they're going to cover this. I think the Ravens probably exerted a lot of energy
Yeah.
and still took the L last week, but
Vegas is crazy with that one.
they also might put it down. But I like Browns +11.5 here. Sounds like you agree. Next game, we got Jets Bills. The Jets are +6.5 at home.
I'm going Buffalo here. I think Josh Allen is a much bigger force than Aaron Rodgers in the crew. I think Josh Allen's gonna come in there and tear some shit up.
I think I'm going to agree, and we kind of talked about it earlier, but I think that the Jets may have scored the most points they have all year. I just don't think their offense is going to look as good. With that said, I think they're still going to be fun, but I also agree. I think the Bills are probably going to cover this one, -6.5. Next game, we got Dolphins Pats, and this might be worst game I've ever seen in my life.
Do not watch this game if you want to have fun. Imagine spending time out of your go invest some money.
Go invest some money, go talk to some women,
Yeah.
and don't even consider turning this game on.
That being said, I'm going Dolphins -1.5.
That being said, I think I am going to agree. They're due for a bounce back spot, but we'll see if Tua's brain is still functioning or not.
Yeah.
Next game, we got Saints Niners. Saints are +4.5. And I hear that Purdy might be out. And I also think that Kittle's out.
Mm.
With that said, wow, this game might be worse.
Yeah, this is another one. Please do not watch.
Most of these games in this noon slot, just go and, invest some money and talk to women. But don't,
Yeah.
this is one of the only times I'll ever say it.
Read a book.
Yeah, read a book. Read Donald Trump's The Art of the Deal and go scam your friends. Because this is a terrible slate of games.
Yeah.
Really bad.
I'm going New Orleans +4.5 just because of the jerseys.
I think I'm going to agree somehow for some reason. I don't know. This game's going to suck. Cowboys, Giants. This one could be fun, I guess. Division rival. Cowboys are -5.5.
This is a tough line.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going Dallas here -5.5. I think the offense is gonna get cooking. This is gonna be the game that this might counter my take from earlier, but this might be the game that gets Russell Wilson out the driver's seat.
I've seen Russell Wilson as long as that guy is behind center, that team is not going to be in a good position. I was wrong about him. Last episode, I said that the Giants are going to make the playoffs. I said Russ is decent enough. Russ is fucking awful. He's a terrible watch, and he might. So yeah, just don't. This game will actually be decent. I'm gonna go ahead and say Cowboys -5.5 as well because the Cowboys kind of shocked me last week and how good they looked versus the Eagles. So yeah, I think they cover this week. Next game we got Lions, Bears. The Lions are -5.5.
I'm
I'm going to be hammering the Lions -5.5.
Wow. I'm gonna be hitting on the Bears, I think. I think Ben Johnson, he knows his old team. I'm going Bears.
It is kind of a revenge game for Ben Johnson, but it's really a revenge game for everyone involved. And I think that the Lions might know Ben Johnson's tricks well enough.
Yeah.
And I think Caleb Williams might be shit enough. And I think the Lions might be mad enough about last week and about the whole Ben Johnson thing where I think they might win this game by 20 points.
Actually, no, I'm switching back. You just convinced me right there.
Was that a good argument?
That was a
Yeah.
great argument. I'm going Lions.
I like the Lions -5.5 at home in a bounce back spot. They
Yeah.
couldn't have looked much worse versus the Packers last week. Now, with that said, Packers are the best team in the league. But with that said, also Lions are going to cover this game. Next game we got Steelers Seahawks. Steelers are -2.5.
I'm going Steelers here. I think their offense is legit. I think it's early season, so that's when an older quarterback's going to be his best version. I think they're still going to keep chugging along. The defense is tough.
I just want to see Rodgers keep slinging that motherfucker. And at home versus the Seahawks, it's Pittsburgh's obviously a hard place to play. Seahawks just lost to a depleted 49ers team at home. I think the Steelers cover and win this game. I agree. Next game we got Colts Broncos. This is a really fun game.
This is, dude. And
Colts +1.5 at home.
wow.
Are you riding with Vic?
I'm going to continue following Vic. Where he goes, I'm going. I think they're going to continue the cool show. They're going to shut up the Broncos a little bit. People are going to put the Colts on the watch after this.
This is absolutely would date his daughter game versus there's no shot you're dating my daughter game.
Yeah.
With the Vanilla Vic versus Bo Nix.
And good will prevail.
And I'm gonna ride with the side of your daughter. I'm gonna rock with the Colts too. Why not? I trust the inside of your daughter, and we're just gonna make sure she's safe. So we're gonna go Colts +1.5. Next game we got Panthers Cardinals, and I'm just gonna let you take this one. Cardinals are -6.5. Go ahead.
Yeah, over the last 15 games, Panthers are 12-3 versus the Cardinals. We're going Carolina Panthers +6.5. Just ride it.
I
Don't even
really
think about it.
want to tell you, but wow, is Bryce Young a disappointment? This is, I think, the shortest, smallest QB game that the league has ever seen ever.
No, I think it is actually. It's 5'8" or it's 5'9" versus
This is
5'11".
This has got to be the smallest game ever.
Wow, the memes will be out and about.
For that reason, I almost just want to take the under because I feel like neither quarterback's going to be able to see their receivers over their goal line.
They're under the minimum height requirement.
This is the number one pick game. We talked about it earlier. The disappointment of the number one picks. Both are pretty underwhelming number one picks, and I think they're both going to be underwhelming today. And I like your pick though. I think I'm going to go Panthers plus 6.5, but this is mostly because I think Kyler Murray is dog shit.
Yep.
Next game, another really fun one. We got Eagles at the Chiefs. Chiefs are -1.5 at home. Chiefs are very depleted, but they're at home, and you never know what Roger Goodell might call for the refs to do in this game.
Yeah, I think this is a textbook Goodell appearance here.
Yeah.
I think Taylor's at the game. I think he makes the calls early and often. He doesn't give a fuck about what anyone thinks. It'll look blatant.
This is going to be potentially the ref show of the year, and it just get your popcorn and get your takes ready because you're going to be able to send them off on this one. I'm going to take Chiefs -1.5. I really do think Goodell's got something up his sleeve, and I think Taylor Swift is going to be there also, with something up her sleeve.
Yeah,
and I'm not just talking about that she allegedly does.
Yeah,
we're gonna blur that. Okay, we talked about it with JJ. We got Vikings, Falcons. Now, his score prediction to me was kind of wild. They're -4.5. I think I'm going to take the Falcons to cover +4.5.
Wow, I'm gonna ride with Minnesota. JJ McCarthy worshiper. You got me pumped up about JJ. Some hints of Tom Brady there. We're going Vikings.
Sorry for talking about you. My bad. But yeah, I'm taking Falcons +4.5. We got two Monday night games. I kind of like these, honestly, because usually one of them sucks. They're actually 3 hours apart, so I guess we get to watch both. First one, we got Texans Bucks. Pretty fun game. Texans are -2.5. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Buccaneers +2.5.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is lock of the week.
This
I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now.
This is in lock of the week territory for
Oh
sure.
my gosh. So unless Vegas knows something we don't, go Buccaneers in this 10 out of 10 time.
For that reason, you're probably going to want to fade us because if we're both saying this is lock of the week, that's bad news, Bears.
Yeah.
But this is kind of surprising to me. I'm not going to lie because I think the Texans are like kind of injured and they have zero run game to speak of.
Agreed.
And the Buccaneers are one of the most fun teams in the league for sure. I'm going to take 2.5. Yeah.
I'm tailing as well.
Last game of the night, Monday night, we got Madison Beer versus Geno Smith. And Madison Beer is -3.5. I'm gonna take Raiders +3.5.
Wow, I like it. It's an additional matchup. I'm also gonna tail you. I hate to keep coexisting on these, but I'm gonna go Raiders. I think Brock Bowers is gonna show. Geno's gonna show.
Brock Bowers is probably gonna save me here. Again, nobody gives a fuck about my fantasy team, but I have him, and I think he's gonna have a big Monday night. Hopefully his knee's all right. I think he'll be fine. And yeah, it's an AFC West division rival game. This is going to be a really fun game, I think. This is another game where I think I'd bet the over, where I think I'm going to see a lot of points. So yeah, I'm going to take +3.5. Or no, yes, +3.5.
Yeah,
Do you agree? All right. Those are our picks for the week. Last week, again, had a very solid week. You make money. You invest that money into a Roth IRA and you retire early, and then you talk with your inner circle about how to avoid the 9 to 5. You want to avoid the 9 to 5, you tell. Pretty easy process. And then you can go talk to some women, even though they're very scary, and you shouldn't do that. They're scary.
Be careful with that one.
Be careful with the women. I think actually there is some stuff I want to talk about. Now this is I know you're just a football guy. But I want to talk about the Milwaukee Brewers, a little baseball talk. I'm cautiously optimistic. I could see us, I really just want to win a playoff series. They're really disappointing. But if you made it this far, shout out to the Brewers. Probably going to be going to a playoff game, and it'll be fun. And lastly, I want to talk about the Wisconsin Badgers football team. Halftime of last week's game, I wanted Luke Fickell fired. They ended up covering my spread, so I kind of got over it. We have Alabama this week. We are very heavy underdogs. I don't expect to win, but let's make it close and let's keep Luke Fickell in the building. I got over it. I was being a drama queen, all right? So yeah, that's just the little Badgers and Brewers outlook. Do you have any other team? Literally any other team in any other sport?
You know, I like what Wemby's doing these days. That's about it.
Nerb's alma mater. He got offered to LSU. He decided not to go, but
Yeah.
LSU is a good football team. I think they're like top five.
Yeah.
Just bet their spread. Fuck it. I mean, I don't even know what it is. Just take it because LSU or because almost went there.
Yeah.
So yeah, take LSU. All right. Anyways, yeah, I think that wraps up week 2 of the pod. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Have any last thoughts?
You know, it looks like a good slate of games. I'd say keep pounding, Panthers fans. We will be back. Rise up.
Keep pounding, motherfucker. Keep pounding, and also keep investing and not talking to women. They're scary.
Oh yeah.
Thank you all for listening to this episode. We're gonna get this one on Spotify. We're gonna get this one on YouTube, and we hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much.